What's good, y'all? It's your boy Cornell Westside here with another edition of the Wednesday Pullpit, where we go over what I currently have waiting for me in my local comic book shop today. Then we go over what I call the speculation list, where I go over things that I could be picking up today, which includes the new number ones, stories that I want to hop into that I haven't been paying attention to, or just haven't had the time to catch up on, or just anything that might be on the chopping block for me to pick up today as my wallet provides. Then we have what we call in the trade section, where I go over anything as far as trade paperbacks that I might be picking up this week or have just been looking at for the next couple of weeks that I might be picking up. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. But before we do that, please do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. See, a lot more of y'all have been watching and engaging with the content, so please continue with it. Hit that like and subscribe button. And with that said, let's go ahead and hop into it. All right, let's go ahead and start with the top of the list with Absolute Superman number 19. On the keys, we got Jason Aaron, and on the artist tip, we got Rafa Sandoval. Now, I've really picked up my interest into Absolute Superman because they've turned him back into the paragon of hope. When they had him just running around being kind of just emo and whatnot, that's not how I like my Superman. I don't like him unpredictable. They've made him make the choice to be the paragon of hope because they had a storyline where he could have went dark. He's being manipulated by Ra's al Ghul throughout the first couple arcs and experimented on and whatnot, but he's now gotten back to the good old days of smiling in Smallville after a lot of things have happened to him. Surprise, he actually is happy and smiling now, but that's what Superman is all about anyway. In the last issue, in number 18, they introduced John Henry Irons. Steel's in there, and then they introduced, of course, King Shazam. The backstory, I think, if I can remember, I think they mixed the backstory of Black Adam and Shazam together. Because I remember reading about Kondak and whatnot, but then it's all talking about Shazam, so that's why I got kind of confused. Because obviously, Black Adam is that, but I think they're just mixing the two together. But I got to read. Well, I'll read the title tomorrow and we'll see. But I can do some more research and see, but I don't feel like doing it right now. But that's what it looks like. Let's see, in 18. Oh no, I really liked how, and I think that the conversation, number 18, the conversation between Ra's al Ghul and Talia al Ghul, where Talia came to break out Raj, and Raj was pretty much like, I'm not going because Superman read to me every day and changed me back into the Paragon of Hope. They changed him back into the Paragon of Hope, and he gave him hope from reading to him and changed his mind about everything and being evil and whatnot. But obviously Talia is not going for that, and she's calling her father weak. I think she tries to kill him and is saved by Lois. But yeah, saved by Lois, and then that's when Steel comes in and does a bunch of things. I gave a lot of spoilers, and then that was not, I usually do not do it, and I apologize. Do not hate me for that, but yes, this is what happened in number 18. It was very action-filled, so I think number 19 will be as good as the last one. Second on the list, we got Batman and Stack Beyond. Now, I'm very disappointed about this one because this is actually the last issue of it. They're ending it in 6, and that will be Static going back into the vault yet again. This was like my little piece of paradise when the whole Milestone incident came out, because I'm like, well, at least I got Static in this one. And then I heard right after that they took off Nicholas J. Reilly, first of all, who is Static, as far as I'm concerned, as far as his new continuity goes. Look just like him too. I guess what happens when you can write and draw everything, the character can become you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just watch an interview. And if you read the last 2 books, season 1 and Into the Shadows, the design just looks like Nicholas J. Reilly. I think and obviously he influenced that and whatnot, but just like, I don't know, I love that man's Static work. Anyway, but getting into it, they took him off of this book on issue number 2 or 3, one of them, and then that's when they brought on Evan Narcy, who has picked up and done a great job, and Miguel on the artist tip has done a great job too. To be honest, I couldn't tell that they switched people to a certain extent. There was like little differences, but it wasn't worse, is what I would say. So I'm not disappointed with the change. It didn't make it any worse or any better, is what I would say. But nonetheless, this has been a great book. I think it started off more like a Batman Beyond book with characters that I didn't really know too much about and didn't care too much about. But then It dropped more into the Milestone universe, and I think this is pretty much the debut of Beacon. And if you read the Milestone incident, Beacon was the main character who the story, it was through Beacon's eyes, and Beacon is technically, he would not make it into the new continuity because I was gonna say Icon is not pregnant. Rocket doesn't have it's not pregnant in the new continuity. So I don't know how exactly that works. But in the original continuity, Rocket Raquel was pregnant and had Amistad, and then Amistad now grows up to become a hero called Beacon. So I don't know how that works in the new continuity actually, but we're not going to figure that out right now. But anyway, going back to Batman and Staggered Beyond, this one introduced a new villain called Shutdown. And I really liked how they developed him. It was, he was protesting Q-Juice basically being this new wave of energy in Gotham. And I got hit by a strand of, not hit by it, but some spilled on him and eventually and whatnot. So he turned into a Bang Baby. His power is to shut down power grids. Obviously that would cancel out power like Static, but Static is showing that he's pretty much entered like a Zen state where he's got a whole new set of powers, and he's looking at things from a very different angle from what we know him on that Saturday morning cartoon. Was pretty much he's looking at things from a science standpoint and kind of metaphysical standpoint, and it's a lot more powerful, I would say. But then again, I can talk about this miniseries for days, but I loved it, and I wish that it was not a miniseries and that was ongoing. I think these two characters work well off each other, to be honest, in that they're, I say the pantheon, but their friends, their base actually meld together very well. Yeah, they didn't, in the world of Batman, they didn't take away Static's joy, and in the world of Milestone, Batman fit perfectly into it. It was like watching an episode of, I think I talked about this later, but the Justice League Unlimited series when GL went into the future and met his son, who was also in this comic as well. And actually that's how it starts off. The Earth is going into the Planetary Commission, which is what's in the Milestone universe. But yeah, I'm getting too far into the story. Static is 6. As you can see, I'm very invested in the story, so I'm excited to see it go. Yeah. Moving on to number 3 on the list, we got Cyclops number 4. I actually reread a lot of these because I forgot what was going on. Cyclops now, what happened in the third one? Cyclops, he's with May, wherever you want to call her, and pretty much they're running away from the Ravagers, pretty much. Not sure if this is a miniseries or not, but I'm pretty sure by the end of this, he's going to become a great leader. It's a cool story. I've been going through it, and yeah, that'll be out as well. Oh, and as for artistship, we have Federico Vincini and Marcel Means on the keys for that one, artistship for that one. Next up, and this should have been higher up on the list, but we got Daredevil number 2. By good old Stephanie Phillips and Lee Garbett. I read the first issue of it and I enjoyed it. It was talking about, and I'm not going to spoil this one, but it just talked about Daredevil being in a different state, Matt Murdock being in a different stage of his life. I forgot his status as Daredevil in the first comic, but it seems like he is a college professor. And having just to go look over his life and the things that he's done. It showed things in the college, and I think he went on a date. I can't remember everything that happened. I'm going to reread it before I read the second one, but pretty much it looks like in retirement. Not retirement, he's later on in life, an older Daredevil, a more seasoned Daredevil, and just telling that story from that that aspect. So, moving on to the next one, we have Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant. I'm saying, is this the last one? No, Storm. No, I think she has 1 or 2 more. I think it's over in 5 or 6. But yeah, I've enjoyed this series. I wish it was an ongoing series. It just doesn't. I don't know how it's going to end in one or two issues. So I'm kind of confused. It has a very good story here. One of the mutants died in the first issue. One of the mutants died at her like sanctuary-ish type building, and then the next issue had her becoming a powerful magician, working with sorceress, working with Chaos Queen. I'll put her Scarlet Witch, working with her, and then in the next one, I think they were just building off of that. But it seems like they're still building a story here, and it's supposed to end in 1 or 2 issues, so I don't know what's happening. I kind of don't want to get invested into the story because it's about to be over, and again, it doesn't seem like it seems like they're still building to a story. So I'm going to keep supporting the team just because the team's a team and it's Storm. But I'm a Storm fan, but I'm not sure what's going on here. But again, I'm here for the ride. But not too excited about it, but it's still on my pull list until it's over with. I think I only have 1 or 2 more weeks, so that won't 1 or 2 more months, so that won't matter too much. So Storm number 4. Then next up we have, and this is at the bottom of my top of my list for a reason, Absolute Green Lantern. And this is number, I have to pause for a second, number 14. Number 13 was not good. This could be one of those times where waiting on the trade probably would have been a better thing, because this would have been like, okay, I read that issue and then moved on to the next one. Because if this one is not action filled, then it might fall off the pull list. And I'm sure I'm not reading on purpose, because that would be a hard decision to do. I would not take Green Lantern off the pull list. I'm not going to do that because I always would have to know what's going on. But they missed me with that last issue. It was a total departure from Joe Mullen fully to this other character. And from month to month, I really didn't care about the last issue, so they could have called her. They could have talked about this person in the issue before, but I had no idea who this was. So it was just like, get this out of my hands, and I'm gonna move on to the next book that I'm reading this week, because I read a lot of books, as y'all know. But no. Number 13 did not do it for me. I thought Tomar-Ray was going to be fighting with Joe Mullen in that one, but in the description it says that they should be fighting again. But now I feel like I've been duped the first time, so I don't want to be duped the second time. But I'm coming to tell y'all, for another month in a row, they said that Tomar-Ray and Joe Mullen are about to fight. If they don't fight, we gonna fight. Al, I'm saying your name. If they don't fight, we gonna fight Al. Now, you're doing your thing. Now, I ain't mad at you for everything, but just, I don't know what's going on in this one. This seems like a lot is just going on. A lot and nothing. That's really what it is. It's a lot and nothing. I'm here with you. I'm on it. I'm with you. Even though y'all only use rings in this universe, technically speaking, I'm with you. But you got to bring some more heat. You, man, I don't know. Do something. But I'm here with you. But that's Absolute Green Lantern number 14. Next up, we actually have, I added this one late, Speed Racer number 8. And I added this because technically I have not been able to read anything as far as the number 1 to number 7 in the universe. I have number 7, and I was supposed to have the trade paperback already, but another order that got goofed up by my LCS. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no hard feelings right now, even though, again, if y'all watch me week to week, you know why Speed Racer means a lot to me, because it was one of my best friends that passed away a couple months comic, and it just means a lot to me to be able to get that right now, to be able to read it. But nonetheless, still at the top of my list. I'm gonna grab this new one, and eventually when I get that trade, I'll be able to read them all the way through, and I'll be happy. But so I still have to say, I do not know what's going on with this universe. I've read every single book besides Speed Racer. I've read Racer X 1 through 6. I read the other Speed Racer thing that was just talking about the off-put world. So I know everything that happens around Speed Racer. I just don't know the exact story yet. But anyway, we'll figure it out. Coming soon, we shall figure it out. Next up, we have Batman number 9. Oh, Yeah, that definitely supposed to be higher up on the list. Batman number 9. Batman number 8 was another story with in this universe Ra's al Ghul and no, Poison Ivy is mayor. Ra's al Ghul is, I think he's police commissioner. Yeah, police commissioner, because he's supposed to be Gordon. So they are conspiring against Bruce in number 8. And this one is supposed to be all-out assault on him and the Bat family in general. They have Batgirl here. They have, I think, Robin might be making a appearance in this one. I've only been on this series since number 8, so I don't know about too much going on. I just know what happened in the last issue, and it was pretty interesting seeing Pamela Ivy as mayor. I kind of want to go back and see how that happened, because that doesn't seem like something that doesn't seem like it fits, but it's been working. It's been working. Never seen it in that light. It was just interesting reading Absolute Batman that same month when she was like a super monster, then seeing her as this super politician and whatnot. But nonetheless, I've been enjoying that series for the last issue. I forgot about Batgirl too. I read the last Batgirl, and I don't know anything about this particular Batgirl, but I'm interested in this story because I don't know anything about her. It seems like I don't know her name, but it seems like she has some type of curse where she might turn into either a bat or a vampire or something like that. So this is issue number 19. I might go back and see what's going on, but I admittedly do not know anything about this particular Batgirl, or I don't even know her. Oh, this is Cassandra Cain? It says it's Cassandra Cain, but I feel like I did not get that from the last issue. But nonetheless, it says it's Cassandra Cain, Batgirl. It's because I don't know Cassandra Cain. I'm thinking about the Batwoman Cain, Kate Cain, getting people mixed up and whatnot. But yes, I don't know anything about this Batgirl. I will know more about this Batgirl. But yeah, I'm actually interested in this series, even though I don't know what's going on. So I'll be picking up number 19. That is it for on the top of the list. Let's go ahead and go over to my speculation list. All right, first up on the spec list, we have Jubilee number 1. Now this one I believe is supposed to be a one-shot. The artist team will be on the screen somewhere, but I don't know anything about what's be going on for this story, but I like Jubilee. I'm an X-Man from the 90s kids, so of course we like Jubilee the most. So I'm gonna be reading it. We'll see. We'll see what's good. We'll see what's not. Next up, we got the Guy Gardner one-shot. I also do not have any insights into what's going on. So if I just take a little scroll onto my Comic Book Geeks app, it says that this was by Jerry Dugan and Matteo Lawley. And it's saying that, honestly, it's not saying nothing too interesting. We have a one-shot for Guy Gardner. I really like Guy Gardner. He's grown over me over the last couple years. If you watch my video, I'm gonna try to put a link up somewhere. If it's not, then I'm just gonna be pointing nothing. Where he actually helped me get my ring and my lore. So watch that video there. I'm gonna try to link it like right here somewhere. But nonetheless, yeah, I like Guy Gardner. People disrespect him ever since he got slapped by Batman. It's all good. You know, he worked his way back after the last couple of years, and plus, you know, he's he's the apostle right now. He is I forgot, the acolyte right now or something like that. He's holding a very religious position in the Green Lanterns right now. So Guy's that guy. So go ahead, pick up Guy and let him know that he's that guy. Next up on my speculation list, and this probably shouldn't be on the speculation list, but I haven't been reading Amazing Spider-Man. I have not been reading the Death Scroll, the thing with all the Venom and the other symbiote. I have not been reading that. No, I haven't. Carnage. Cannot think of his doggone name. I have not been reading that. I'm going to get back into it, but I just have not been reading it as of the last couple weeks. But this one, Joe Kelly, Corey Smith, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up number 28, and I'm gonna go back and read the last of them. I'm gonna read the rest of I'm gonna read the big event thing that was going on now that it's over. because I just didn't want to read that week to week. Sometimes Marvel's, I think their system of how they number things is weirder, because then they make it seem like it's a new book, but then they have the legacy number. So then you see, oh, this is number 28, but it's really legacy issue number 1552. So sometimes that just gets me, and you never know really when to jump into an actual story. So I'm decided I'm going to start waiting on the pool, and I'm just going to jump in the deep end. So that's why it's on speculation list, because technically I have not been reading it. So I could also just say, no, I'm not going to do it, and just read it on the app and then go from there. I'll have to read it on the app because I'm not finding all these issues to read them by hand. So there's that. But yeah, that's Amazing Spider-Man number 28. Death Spiral. That's the name of it, Death Spiral. That was the name of the last event that was going on. Then next up we have X-Men number 29, and I have not been reading this one as well. So this is going to be my jumping on point, which is why it's on my speculation list. It looks like this is supposed to be an NFL story arc with something going on with the Danger Room. Last I heard about the Danger Room was sentient, and Professor X was enslaving it. So we'll see what's happening. I obviously have to go back a couple issues to see what's going on for this one, because it's the part 4 of the finale arc. So we'll see what goes. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to be picking that up as well. Next up, we have Civil War Unmasked, and everybody loves Civil War. Great story. This one is supposed to be doing more diving into the side stories of all the characters who were not mainly present from week to week in the main Civil War story. So I thought that would be interesting to read, knowing about what the other characters were doing during what this main story was going on. I feel like it was a cool tie-in, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. Then we have a book that I don't know anything about, but I've heard from a couple channels that I've been watching. It's called If Destruction Be Our Lot, number 1. It's all I know. It's supposed to be a story about machines after humans have left Earth. What is their life like? That just seems like a very interesting story. I do not have the artist team pulled up right now, but I'll have it on the screen somewhere. Depending on who's doing it and how the story is told, I think that'd be a very interesting story to go about. So I think that might be one to get picked up tomorrow. Plus I like reading number 1s. I'm a person who likes non-superhero comic books. It's pretty much almost more now than I do superhero comic books. But yeah, I think it's by Image or Dynamite, and Image has not been messing with me as of lately. All the indies pretty much have not been messing with me lately. So I'm actually more prone to give them a chance than legacy characters that I know about. Yeah, and that's for If the Destruction Be Our Lot, number 1. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and hop into the trades. All right, first off in the trades, we have Green Arrow Year 1. And on the writer's tip, we have Andy Diggle. And on the artist tip, we have Jock. That's a cool name. What's your name? Jock. What's the artist in this? Jock. But in this one, it says Oliver Queen is a frivolous playboy with a little care for anything, apparently even himself. But when he double-crossed, marooned in a jungle island, he finds he does not care about something injustice. Armed with nothing more than a makeshift bow and arrows, Queen struggles to survive in this new unforgiving environment, all while battling the violent drug runners who are responsible for his abandonment. I've become a bigger Arrow fan. I feel like in the last couple of years. I did not like Arrow, or it's not that I didn't like Arrow in the CW. I just wasn't a Green Lantern fan at the time yet. Funny enough, I feel like I like Justin Hartley's Green Arrow on Smallville, but that's probably because he was on Smallville as opposed to having his own show. But nonetheless, I think I'm not picking up this DC Compact Edition. DC Compacts, for those who don't know, is pretty much like a novelization. Not novelization because they actually have those, but I would say a small. Actually, let me go ahead and get one. They're like this. Small book, small sizes you can take with you anywhere you want to, and they look like a chapter book. And people, you won't be embarrassed when you go anywhere because people won't look at them like a comic book. They'll just look at them like they're a regular chapter book. Not that embarrassed. I'm not going to read comic books anywhere because I'm actually proud to be a comic book reader, as y'all know. Otherwise, I wouldn't be having a whole YouTube channel about it. But nonetheless, these are what DC comics look like. And they'll be dropping one for Green Arrow this week. If you're just jumping in and want to as a hopping in point for Ali and the crew, I think this would be a good one, obviously because it'll be year one. And this is a small book again, like you can carry anywhere and take it with you, and go ahead and just knock it out. Next up on the trade paperbacks, we have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TNT Team Up Volume 3. I am a terribly big Power Rangers fan. I read through most of the compendiums for the MMPR and the Mighty. They have Go-Go Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers titles again. I don't know how they switch, but pretty much it runs with Ryan Parrott and Parrott. I don't know which one he says, and Kyle Higgins. I read all of those runs. I did not read the most recent run with, I forget the author's name, but I have not read her run yet. Once I read that, then I feel like I'll get back into the new Power Ranger things that are going on. I kind of fell off when they stopped being exactly about the old Rangers that I knew and delved into more lore and whatnot. But I'm going to get back on that train. I actually got one book to finish before I can move on. But nonetheless, I'm going to make it till I get to this point because I remember watching, what was it, Power Rangers in Space? And they had TMNT on there, but I think that was during the time where TMNT were falling off at that time. I mean, hell, Power Rangers were falling off at the time, but nonetheless, this trade paperback will be out there for you if you see fit to pick it up. And with that said, we can go ahead and end this video. I'm actually pretty tired making this one. This is not going to be my strongest one, but nonetheless, please hit that like and subscribe button for me. And next week we'll be back with another Pullpit. Actually, we're going to start diversifying and making more videos. Besides than just our, of course, we'll have the Pullpit every Wednesday, but we'll start doing more explainers for characters that I feel like a lot that people might not know about as much, and just going over stories that I've been hopping into. But I've been trying to read as much as possible before I start getting into those. But one thing about reading a lot, you can forget immediately what happened in another world, and then you just go back over and figure out what's going on. But weaving between stories sometimes can get confusing, but nonetheless, I'm rambling. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.